Welcome to Watch What Happens Live at home from the Hamptons. I'm your host, Andy Cohen, coming to you from what many consider to be the Capri Room of remote television studios. My first guest deserves praise tonight, not only for her impressive Italian skills, but for the fact that she managed to get her glam done and arrive on time for this show. It's Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Dorit Kemsley from her shoe room. Hey, Dorit.
Hello, Andy.
And my next guest is a country star whose on-stage performances are somehow even more compelling than Brandi Glanville's display at Kyle's party tonight. Her latest single is To Hell and Back off the album Girl, available now. Welcome back, Bravo superfan Maren Morris. Hey, Maren, great to see you.
Good to see you again, Andy.
New mama Maren Morris, I should add.
Yeah, these are gonna just get smaller and smaller as this episode goes on.
Well, we're gonna enjoy their bounty right now. Drinking game alert, my guests won't know it, but anytime you hear anyone say this word, if you are 21 or over, drink it till you give Maren's hypothesis that drunk girls don't cry a strong counter argument. Now, the headline of tonight's episode was, of course, Brandi spilling the tea at Kyle's house. Dorit, I know you had heard about this conversation, but you hadn't actually seen it. So what was your reaction to seeing it tonight?
Well, I mean, it was already shocking when you hear it for the first time via the girls, and then obviously to hear it out of Brandi's mouth, it brought me right back. It's shocking information. When you, at least hearing it from her, gave me a chance to kind of hear her voice. Because I really hadn't heard it from her before I heard it from the girls. But it didn't make it any less shocking, truthfully.
Maren, what was your reaction?
Well, I mean, you saw her shaking, so I have to assume that she's telling the truth because she really looked like she was going to throw up about to say that to the girls. So, but I mean, yeah, what Dorit said, I mean, it's shocking. And, I think she's being honest.
Dorit, what the viewers didn't see, they will see, I think, next week or the week after, which is an interaction that you and Brandi had at Kyle's party. What did Brandi say to you about your boobs?
Mind you, this is the first time I ever meet her. She'd obviously had a little bit too much to drink, and she walks over to me and she says, "Your chests are disgusting. I'm here to eat 15 cheeseburgers." And I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you as well, Brandi."
By the way, so Dorit, are you in your shoe room or your accessory room or what?
I am in one of my accessory rooms. This is the main accessory closet, and it's actually about to be demolished in the next couple of months. So I'm sort of blending. I've got a main closet and accessory closet, and then I've expanded into guest rooms and so on.
Okay.
I need a lot of space, so I'm redesigning. As you saw in this season, I'm in the midst of redesigning a new closet. So that you'll see in the next few months.
Okay, good. Well, Maren is no stranger to a hit going platinum, but right now, I need you to focus on the diamonds. It's time for you to sound off on all the latest Beverly Hills drama with a round of Tell Us, Morris. Okay, Garcelle grilling Sutton about her finances. Amazing or inappropriate?
Amazing. I fell in love with her when she asked her that outright. And I'm from Texas, so I will say, the Southern girls like to keep that close to the chest, but I loved her for just not beating around the bush.
Thoughts on Rinna walking right up to Camille and telling her she's been an asshole on Twitter?
I mean, obviously it's hilarious television, but oh my god, and obviously Camille was coming in real at the reunion last year, but if anyone walked up to me in a public setting and was like, "You were an asshole on Twitter," of course you're gonna be taken aback and not know what to say back. So I mean, I would be offended, sure, but I mean, I feel like it's hilarious to watch.
If you were Denise, would you trust Rinna?
I mean, I think that Rinna is pretty upfront with everything that she says and thinks. So I feel like I would trust her.
Which blast from the past? Which blast from the past were you most excited by at Kyle's party? Adrian, Brandy, or Eileen?
Probably Brandy. I mean, I loved that the episode sort of brought her back, and she's in good graces with most of all the women, including Adrian now. And I mean, I will say the fall on the dance floor was that needs to be a gift.
I'm sure it is by now. Do you sympathize with Aaron constantly coming to Denise's defense against the women, or should the husband stay out of it?
I mean, I'm married, and I feel like all these women are very strong. I'm a very strong personality, and I feel like I can hold my own. And if he's gonna have my back, it would be, in private, behind closed doors, like, a husband should be. But I don't need him to fight my battles, and I don't think Denise needs anyone to fight hers either.
All right, thank you very much, Marin. On Beverly Hills, the ladies are about to embark on their Roman holiday, but what's an international vacation without a little pre-trip research? Dorit, I have questions for you about the trip to Italy. Choose your answers from the bobbing heads of Denise, Erica, Garcelle, Kyle, Rinna, Sutton, and Teddy. Don't give any spoilers away. It's time to roam if we want to. Which ladies served the most iconic Italiana looks?
Erica.
Who dropped the most money while in Rome?
Kyle always drops the most money when we go shopping.
Who was the most annoying to travel with?
Ooh, there was no one annoying, truthfully.
Who was the biggest pot stirrer on the trip?
Teddy?
Who got the tipsiest?
Well, we all got tipsy.
Who do you think had the least amount of fun on the trip?
Denise. Obviously.
I think I knew that. Okay, thank you very much for that preview. Dorit Robbie Kirk tweeted us and said, Lisa Rinna said the reunion was bullshit on her Instagram. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree.
Marin, Maureen R. wants to know, how did you deal with all the ridiculous mommy shamers who overreacted about the adorable picture of you and your son hanging out on a floaty? Will it prevent you from sharing him on social media again?
I don't think I'm going to show his face in photos on social media anymore. And, I would just have to say to anyone that is a mother who is shaming another mother, it obviously, I think, probably comes from just a deep insecurity in your own motherhood that you have to criticize someone else that's especially brand new at this, and we all feel like we suck in the beginning anyways. So I'll just say I'm going to be a little more private about him. It's been so fun sharing photos of him, but I feel like, I can take someone saying my music sucks or I'm ruining country music, but for some reason the mother card I just can't emotionally handle right now. So yeah. I was I'm just gonna protect myself and him from it. But I will say he was completely safe. We were tied to a dock. I was in a foot of water on a float to get a photo.
People don't realize people are assholes on social media.
They really are.
Well, the Beverly Hills ladies are big fans of footwear, as evidenced by the reaction to Erica's shoe cake tonight, and the fact that Dorit is broadcasting from her shoe closet. But what happens when housewives' shoe choices go toe-to-toe? It's time to play Who Gon' Check Me, Shoe? I'm going to show you both pairs of crop pictures of housewives' heels. Tell us which you prefer, and I will reveal the possessor of that foot. Okay, which shoes do you like better here? These fluffy sandals or these black and lucite boots? Dorit?
The lucite boots.
And you, Marin?
The boots. Yeah.
Okay, you both chose Ramona's over Rinna. Which shoes do you like better? These cowboy boots or these beige booties? Dorit?
Beige booties.
Marin?
I'm gonna say the cowboy boots, the pointed toe.
Okay, Marin chose Kyle and Dorit chose Luann. Which shoes do you like better? These strappy heels or these corset-inspired heels? Marin?
I like the corset-inspired heels. What is the other one? Is it lips?
They kind of look a little lippy. Dorit, which do you like?
Definitely the corset.
Okay, you guys, who do they belong to? Melissa and Portia. Okay, which statement boots do you like better? The black and red pair or the metallic fuchsia pair? Oh, I know which one Dorit's. Dorit, I think you're going to pick the fuchsia.
Yeah, I think they're fun.
Naren?
I like the fuchsia, but I can already tell I don't like it with the outfit.
Okay, you both enjoyed candy shoes. The others belong to Teresa. Let's do a couple more. Which shoes do you like better? This tan and clear pair or this black pair with bows? Dorit.
Definitely the tan and clear. I think I even have something similar.
And you?
Yeah, I agree. Those are really cute.
Okay, you both chose Garcelle's over Camille's. Last up, which shoes do you like better? These cutout boots or these barely there heels?
Barely there heels.
The heels.
Okay, and those belong to Karen Huger. Thank you for playing Super Fun Gay. Who gon' check me, shoe? After the break, more of your questions for these two. But first, it's Wednesday. Let's hit the virtual shots. Can I have a little mini tequila shot? Let's do it, kids. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Set your DVR for tomorrow night's episode with Leah McSweeney and Michelle Buteau. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Watch What Happens Live at home from the Hamptons on the tip of Long Island. I'm Andy Cohen with one guest who sings the middle and another who often finds herself in the middle of her friends' arguments. It's Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Dorit Kemsley, and singer-songwriter Maren Morris. Check out Maren's latest single, To Hell and Back, off her album Girl. Drinking game reminder, anytime you hear this word in honor of Dorit's Italian skills, drink until you need a translator. Now, Dorit, the fact that you needed glam before Teddy's retreat caused a stir, but there's no retreating from these pointed questions about your grooming habits. It's time to play Have You Gotten Glam? I'm going to run through various everyday scenarios. Tell us if you've deployed the glam squad before each. Have you gotten glam before a dentist appointment?
I'm sure I have.
Have you gotten glam before a parent-teacher conference?
Possibly.
Have you gotten glam before going to the DMV?
I wouldn't, no.
What about going to take a passport photo?
Well, yeah.
How about before getting a colonic? How about before going to the supermarket?
I would touch myself up. I wouldn't do full glam.
Have you gotten glam before going camping?
Yes, I have.
Have you gotten glam before going to the beach?
Again, I'll do myself, not full glam, but yes.
Have you gotten glam before going to a Buca de Beppo?
Of course.
All right, thank you very much, Dorit. We needed to know those answers. Paulette F. texted us, Maren, what's your take on the band formerly known as Lady Antebellum suing the blues singer Anita White for the right to use the name Lady A?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I will just say, from what I've read on the whole situation, is it's a little misleading to say they're suing. I know that they are asking a court to hold up their trademark status.
Got
but
it.
I think just after reading everything and Anita's interviews, I just think she had the name first. And I think that, Lady A, the band, they're all like good friends of ours, good people. But I just think, a simple Google search probably would have made someone on their team realize that someone already holds that name and has since the 80s. So if it were me, I would just change my name.
There you go. Dorit, Carla T wants to know if you think Aaron took any of PK's advice to heart about not getting involved with the ladies' drama, and what was your reaction to their conversation?
I was very proud of my husband. It really shows that he's made leaps and bounds from when I started my first season. And as far as whether he took any advice, it didn't seem like it. I think it's just going to be a matter of him looking back and seeing whether he thinks he was in the wrong. So judging by what I saw, it didn't really seem like it was going in.
Maren, Carly Z wants to know the most nerve-wracking part of having a baby during a pandemic.
Well, I mean, the double-edged sword is, you have a baby and you want to show him off and have your friends and family all come and meet him. And we just haven't really been able to do that. It's just been through photos and FaceTime. So, yeah, just not wanting to get COVID is part of it. But it's weird. His entire life has been inside of quarantine because I gave birth right as it was really ramping up and they were shutting everything down. So I'm hoping, at some point, the plan was to bring him out on tour with me. And I was building out a tour bus to have a baby on. And we kind of had to pause all of that for this year. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Dorit, Sean Gloll wants to know your reaction to Brandy Glanville saying you should go find a new accent.
Much like most of the things she says.
Dorit, Jill S. wants to know what you honestly think of Sutton's store. Sutton.
I think Sutton's store is it's very charming. It's really curated, great, and it's got a lot of warmth in this store. You can tell that it's got a lot of heart and soul.
Tonight, Garcelle pried into Sutton's personal finances, and if you think that's crossing the line, I don't know why you're watching this show. In fact, it's time to get up close and personal. I have questions for you both about your spending habits. What was the first big purchase you ever made, Maren?
I mean, I bought a Tesla. It was sort of like my gift to myself. I think that's probably the biggest splurge I've made. I'm a seriously lazy person with money. I call it frugal, but it's really just laziness. But yeah, I would say my car probably.
Dorit, how much was your most expensive handbag and how much was your most expensive pair of shoes?
Well, I mean, I've got Birkins. I love my Birkins, and those obviously are high priced, but I mean, nothing beats this iconic vintage newsprint Dior.
Wow.
It's at least 5 times more than any normal Dior bag, and it's so rare.
So 5 times special. More than any Dior bag. I mean, so does that mean it's 10 grand or something?
Yeah, a little more.
A little more. How much does a Birkin go for?
Well, if you get it, at the store, it's going to be 11, 12, 13. But most people, I don't buy them secondhand.
What's your most expensive pair of shoes in there?
Well, you know what? I mean, you wouldn't think this is. I'm gonna have to grab them.
Okay.
One of my.
She said it was one of her accessory closets.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorites.
Oh my god, I love it.
I just love.
Oh my god, they're in the glass.
Rare pieces. I mean, these are Chanel for Pharrell. They're these sneakers that they're just so good. They sold out so quickly. It was very exclusive. It's by far one of the biggest splurges I made on shoes. They cost more than my heels, but they're so special.
So, I mean, how much do you think those were?
Well, I think they're between $2,500 to $4,000.
Wow. Okay, what's the cheapest thing about you, Maren?
The cheapest? Well, my husband makes fun of me. Obviously, we've been watching a lot of movies and Netflix here in quarantine, and I will refuse to rent a movie on Apple if it's more than $6.
Oh, I love that. I love it.
He's like, "Are you serious? You can afford it. Just rent the damn thing." But that's probably the cheapest thing I've done recently. Wow.
All right, more with these two after the break. Plus, Maren is going to give tonight's moment of mazel. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Watch What Happens Live at Home. I'm Andy here with Dorit and Maren. Maren, on your new album, Girl, you have a song called All My Favorite People. And since the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills are some of your favorite people, we would love for you to deliver tonight's moment of mazel to your favorite moment from the franchise.
Okay. Beverly Hills is the only franchise I watch of
Okay.
Real Housewives, and I have been since season 1. And I will say, digging through the archives of my favorite moments has got to be the trip where they go to Ojai, and they're all hammered drunk after everyone else goes to bed, and they start doing cartwheels and front flips, and Taylor Armstrong
Winds up in
Flips.
the luggage, right?
Well, no, that was Colorado. This is
Oh.
Ojai. Don't you work there?
Good job.
No, so they get super drunk. Taylor does a front flip, and they're all laughing hysterically, and her full dress just comes all the way up and reveals her bare ass and thong. So that's probably like
That's your moment. I love it.
that's
That
my
is.
moment.
That's great. All
Yeah.
right. I want to thank Dorit and Marin for being here today. That is a moment of mazel. The word of the night was glam. We said it 9 times. If you've been playing our drinking game, don't drive. Tomorrow night, Leah from Roni is here with Michelle Buteau at 10 right after Roni. Watch our after show now on Twitter. Thanks, you two.